Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone has had a really good Christmas and is excited for the new year. Today we're going to do a car tour. We're going to do a bit of a disclaimer first. If you don't like me, if you don't like cars, and if you don't like me driving a nice car, you don't have to watch this video, you can click away. I love car reviews. They helped me buy this car, the previous car, and I just really enjoy cars in general. I'm a car guy. I'm gonna do a bit of a tour, a bit of a review. Obviously I'm not a professional car reviewer, so I don't know completely what I'm talking about, but I have had this car for nearly a year now, 11 months, so I am in a good position to talk about it. So if you enjoy these type of videos, stick around and let's get on with it. So here is my car. It's a Bmw 3 Series. It's a 320D, which means 3 Series, 2 litre diesel, and it's the M Sport trim. This car with all its spec retails at 43 grand, but I didn't pay that. I'll tell you about how I found this car, how I paid for it and everything a little bit later. So we've got it in a really nice dark grey colour, and this was originally chrome, but I took it to the garage and got it blacked out. They just fit a new grille, and it just is really stealthy. It's really nice, and all the other trim on the car was black, so I thought, why is there chrome here? Really nice wheels here. I'm pretty sure they're 19-inch. They come with the M Sport trim. Yeah, really nice tail lights here. We've got a reverse camera and 2 exhausts here. It's a 4-door saloon. It's really practical for me. The equivalent to this in like a coupe is the Bmw 4 Series, which has just come out, which is also a really beautiful car. But as it's just come out, you're probably not going to find as many deals on that. BMW have a few different light options. These are the mid-range LED ones, where you've got the little LED parts here. The grille is closed at the moment because it opens and closes when it needs to be cooled down, which is pretty cool. It helps with aerodynamics. Now we're going to have a little look at the interior. Beautiful steering wheel in here. This is the M Sport steering wheel. It's a little bit different in the regular version. Here you've got the digital driver's display. Just telling me it's 2.5 degrees Celsius outside, and you know, you've got your maps here, you've got all of that. On here you've got the paddles for if you want to go into manual mode, which I will never be doing. All your cruise control settings here, so you know, it tells you the speed limit, and then I can just click set and it will just get me on the speed limit and just stick to whatever I want it to. Over here we've got the entertainment display, and we've got all the air conditioning on a little screen here, which is nice. I just really like the interior design in here. It's quite simple but really modern, and it's just, everything's really clear and easy to use. Down here we've got, you know, the swivel wheel to control the entertainment system, or you can just use touchscreen. Also a really cool feature, which is gesture control. So if I want to turn up the volume, I can go like that, or turn it down. I can skip a song, go back a song. You've got Apple CarPlay, which most modern cars have these days, which is all I use really. I don't really use the BMW system. In this area here you've got 2 cup holders, which adjust the size of your cup, a regular USB and a wireless pad there for your phone. You know, you've got all your voice command stuff. You can do it through Siri, or you can do it through Hey BMW, which you can do like rolling your windows down, put the heating on, take me to a destination, all the regular stuff. Black roof line, really nice lights here, kind of like an Art Deco vibe. Here, you know, if you're in an emergency, SOS button, pretty cool. It's just an all black interior, which I really like. This model has the tech pack, so that's where all the gestures come in. It's got Harman Kardon sound system, which sounds amazing. And then you've got here the heads-up display, so it kind of projects my speed, the speed limit and directions into the road, so I don't really have to take my eyes off the road. I've got a lot of crap in here, but you've got you know, lots of storage in there, a USB-C port, which a lot of phones and stuff use now. 3-zone climate control, so you've got passenger seat, driver's seat and the back, and you've got heated seats. Got some really cool convenience features, like it will bay park itself, reverse park itself. You just, when you're reversing, it will if it detects a space, you just click it, you don't touch it, and it just swivels you into one of those spaces. Or check your lanes on when you're above 40 miles an hour. So if you start swerving out, it will just bring you back into the lane and give you a vibration. Got LED lights around the side, like LED mood lighting, so you can change those colors. Let me just say, you've got the different colors. You've got like lilac, green, blue, white, orange and bronze, and you can have it like say bronze and white, where it would be white up here and orange down there. It has a reversing feature, so say you drive into a really difficult spot and you just want to get out of it, it will remember your steering and everything, so where you click a button it will just pull you out how you drove this. So we're gonna twist and turn like that, and then, you know, put it into reverse, and then slowly it's gonna go. I just keep my foot on the brake, and it's just gonna take me back exactly to my traces. And there we go. Hey. So I'm sat in the back here. I've never really sat in the back of this car, but there is loads of room. I've got room here, and yeah, it's really comfortable back here. You've got this that pulls down, you've got a drinks little holder for your little hennies, and an armrest. You've got climate control back here in the back. So when I was looking for this car, I went to Rybrook, Worcester, which is a BMW mini garage. I just went and had a look outside the used cars, and I saw this was when the 69 plates were out. So this was a 19 plate, it had 0 miles on it, and it had just been registered and no one had bought it. I spoke to the guy, I think it was on for 28 grand, which is a ridiculous saving. I think that saving is partially the fact that it's a diesel, which are becoming less popular now, and just that it was like already registered and wasn't like a brand new spec car. But if I was getting a brand new spec car, I would have not been able to, you know, get the M Sport, the tech pack, all of the kit that this has. So when you're looking for a new car, I would definitely just look at the approved used, because this is brand new. No one else drove it before me. It's just that I didn't go and order it and spec it out. To buy this car, I financed it. I didn't want to put all the money outright. I do think if you're going to buy a car, you should have the amount of money for the car. Two main financing options are PCP and HP, which is hire purchase. PCP is a lot lower monthly payments, but you're paying only a portion of the car off, and then when you get to that end of that contract, which maybe like 3 or 4 years, you've got to pay a balloon payment, which may be like 13 grand or something, which is a minimum value. Say you had a minimum value for 15,000, and actually by the time the contract ends, the car is only worth 12,000. You've still got to pay 15,000 pounds. And how in 3 or 4 years are you going to know that you can afford to pay that? Or you can hand the car back in and get a new one, but you have nothing to show for those 3 years of payments. So I did a hire purchase, which is, instead of paying part of it off, you're paying all of it off over that period. I have now paid all of that off early. I was a 3-year contract, but I just didn't like the feeling of having that debt going out of my bank every month. So I've paid all that off now, which is a really good feeling. So it's my car, I can do what I like with it, I can sell it, I can, you know. But I would say if you're going to choose a car, even if you go down the PCP route, just choose a car that you are able to afford, because it's not just the price of the car, it's the tax. With this car, because the retail price is over 40 grand, it's got a surcharge on the tax, like £500 to tax, which, you know, it's quite a lot of money. And if you think of insurance on top of that, I think this was like 1,600 last year, which isn't awful, because, you know, when you start driving you can get really high insurance, but I have, I think, 4 or 5 year no claims discount. Yeah, so when I went round to buying it, I just said I want to do the hire purchase, but I want a lower APR. So they'd already knocked it down from like 12.9% to 8.9%, and then they knocked it down to 7.9%. I think it was 28 grand or 28 and a half, and they got it down to 27 and a half. So just haggle a little bit. It's not like you're going into an Apple store and buying a new iPhone. Like, you can haggle with cars. And I chose this car because for the money, I don't think you're getting anything like this, say in a Mercedes or an Audi. I do like Audis, but I just don't think they're as good quality. And Mercedes, I feel like if you want this kind of level of spec, you've got to really spec it up, and it can get really expensive. So I think for the price point, I think really you should consider a BMW. So I've had the car for 11 months now, and it has had no issues really. It did have a recall just for one of the parts that they wanted to check up on. A full tank on this will be around 60 quid, which isn't that bad, and because it's a diesel and I do quite long journeys quite a lot of the time, it does do really well on fuel economy. I think it's like, I've got it up to like 44 miles per gallon on average. So again, this is not me gloating, this is not me showing off my car. Well, it is me showing off my car, but it's for, you know, people that are genuinely interested in cars or thinking about getting this car. So yeah, I cannot recommend this car enough. I would recommend it to anyone really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.